So this part is about creating melodies and harmonies. First thing, we are going to get straight into it by using FL keys again. So I'm going to use the piano. We're going to create a simple chord progression, which is using multiple chords to make maybe 4 bars, 8 bars or something. So I'm going to make a chord progression here. We'll use 140, sounds okay. So let's use a simple C, E, G. We will go to E, G, B, then down to D, D, F, A, and then finally B, D, F. Okay, so let's have a listen to our chords first. Okay, or maybe I can even... No, I think I prefer F. So really, it all comes down to your preference really with this. So yeah, we have our chords. Now, when you make a melody or harmony, again, you can use these demo projects I would advise, and you can get some great ideas how melodies should be made. You can choose to make your melody the same sound in the same piano roll, or you could make a completely add a new thing, a new, let's say even key, a new a new piano, and I will change this to Rhodes, right? So I want the Rhodes to be the chords and the piano to be the melody. So let's have a listen to the Rhodes. Okay, and then we can open the piano roll on the piano, and you see here I have these highlighted in the background. You may not have these notes highlighted from the Rhodes, and it's much easier to work once you can see which notes you are already using. So to find this, you want to go to, let's see if I can remember where to find it. Yeah, so we go to View, and we see Notes, Grid Highlights. So I believe, and Ghost Channels. I think Ghost Channels is the main one. Yeah, Ghost Channels. So, or you can press Alt and V. Alt V on your keyboard, and it will toggle between seeing these ghost channels or not. And I always keep them on just to make it easy to see what's going on. So making a melody, you typically want to use the same scale that you're using for your chords. So we are using the C scale, so you want to make your melody also in the C scale. So you want to just use these white notes, and this all really comes down to your creativity again. There's no set rule for a melody. It's what you think sounds good, and that's what is great about music, that there often aren't really any rules. People try to make rules and have in the past, but as long as it sounds good, that is the main point. But following scales is really going to help you if you want it to sound good, right? So yeah, we can keep in the scale, and let's say we make something like this. Let's have a listen. You can keep playing, creating and playing at the same time. So maybe this, or we can make this one very long. So you can hear when we make it long or short, the sound length will change, right? Yeah, something like this, and then maybe I can, for this higher one, I can change it, so I can, select all of them. And to copy, I don't think I mentioned copying. We want to press shift and left click and drag, and this will copy this whatever you have selected. So let's choose these ones and maybe move them all to these white notes, right? So E, F, G, F. Let's have a listen to this one. Yeah, and then you just what your ear wants to hear. So do you want it to go higher, lower? For me, it sounds like it should go higher. So I will make it like this. Yeah, and then we can go lower. So all just about experimenting. maybe like this. Or maybe higher. Could be something like that. So this is how you can make a simple melody again. And another point is you could even add any note down here, let's say, to make it more diverse, this sound, right? It's following these notes. It's following the notes of the chords, and we can add an extra layer for more diversity, maybe like this. Let's have a listen. Right, so you can hear in the background. Of course, we can change the velocity. So if we select all of these, we could change their velocity to be a bit quieter, so it doesn't interfere with the main melody. Okay, yeah, so you can hear this, how you could make a melody. You could change up the sound if you want. You don't want a piano, maybe an organ. So yeah, this is where it comes down to your creativity, what your ear wants to hear. And another thing to mention, velocity is not going to work for some plugins. Let's say that you add a different sound from maybe I have some extra plugins here which are not from FL Studio, like Serum, and if we open this one, yeah, let's open Serum. So in Serum you can see here the velocity is meant to be lower for these, but in reality it's not, because it's not from FL Studio. I believe it doesn't really integrate that well. You have to manually change this. Yeah, so it could sound really annoying with this sound, but there are so many sounds you can get in Serum that are great. You know, great for melodies like these plucks. So many. And I can change the volume here. And the Serum is one plugin I recommend getting. It can cost a bit of money, and I will leave a link to that one too, as I use it a lot. Many producers use Serum and also use this one, Astra, which is from Splice, and Splice is where I get many of my sounds from too. So I will leave a link to Splice also, where you can find many MIDIs, you can find drum samples, you can find different loops to add to your track. You can find these plugins too, with all different sounds. Yeah, and a lot of things that can be edited on these sounds. Okay, so yeah, this is the simple introduction to making a melody, making your harmony. One more point I will mention about arpeggiating. I think that's would be the correct term. So, and what this means is, let me go to Rhodes. So here I can Control C to copy. When I have this selected, this Rhodes, Control C and Control V will copy everything from this piano roll to the other piano roll. Right, so Control V here, and we can have a listen. Oh, but you don't hear much because I'm on the pluck. So, which is a very short sound. You can hear this. When I play different notes, very short sound. So, to arpeggiate a sound means to make it, we change these notes into single, we change these chords into single notes. And these single notes will be much quicker and create a certain rhythm, or you'll see what I mean. So if I select all of them, and I believe Alt A on your keyboard, and this is the arpeggiator. You see it creates very short notes right here, which you can use this gate, and gate means to make them very long or very short. You can change this gate to however you want your sound to be. So let's say we want it to be maybe just here in the middle, and we can change the time similar to what you saw before with the drums, or yeah, you can change the time on these, so how quick you want it to sound. So let's say an example, this one, we want it to be like this, and we have a listen to this in pattern mode. Yeah, so you can get really creative with using arpeggiators to give it more of a constant rhythm. And it can be used in your chord, the same as your chord, to make it just sound more full, dynamic, and a bit more going on. So yeah. And if I quickly add some drums to give some context to how this will sound at 140 beats per minute, we can use the same kick from last time. We can put one every bar, and then maybe we can put I don't know, what can we put here? A snare again, this one, every two, right? So you can hear that right there. So that would be, yeah, the intro to Melodies and Harmonies.